the 3A, 3B progress counter on the door, which I might as well show this again because I changed the scale, they already had their science class yesterday. And in science, you got to do Khan Academy. So, if anyone didn't pay attention to the door, I changed our scale. Each ring is now worth 2 levels. This is why 3A and 3B are so far out, though. They already had science yesterday. They got to work on Khan for like an hour and a half before we checked their progress. You guys didn't, right? You just had math. So, like, when we check progress at the end of class, it will include everything you did during science yesterday, everything you did outside of classes yesterday, and then what you do today. So for today, to talk about some of the mistakes that people have been making or like the struggles we've been having, it feels like the proportional relationships assignment is giving us a little bit of difficulty. And when you try to use the Khan Academy help, it isn't what you're used to. I'm going to say that again because I got some people only halfway paying attention. So hopefully if I say it twice, it gets through. If you use the Khan Academy hints, it might not be the strategy we have practiced. So let's talk about how we solve proportions. Guys, we've been doing this mainly with percentages, trying to get to 100 in the denominator. But that works, that strategy works with any fraction equal to a fraction. So the 2 main ways that you can solve, and the one on the right is pretty much what Khan Academy is doing, but the 2 main ways you can solve, this is what we've been doing this year. How do I get from this number to that number? And for this example that I grabbed out of like just people have made mistakes on this, the numerators are what we can look at and say, how are these numbers related? So those numbers are either related by times 3 or divide by 3, or you could say times 1/3. Yeah, we should probably, Monster Destiny, can one of you shut that door real quick, please? So that tells us what to do on the bottom. So if I up here realize, oh, to go from here to here, I need to divide by 3 or multiply by 1/3 because it's the same thing. This would either be 5/3 because 5 times 1/3 or 5 divided by 3. Either way, z is 5/3. Now what Khan Academy is probably going to suggest that you do is start with like multiplication because it is breaking apart the cross multiplying. So if you click the use a hint right here, it would probably say multiply both sides by 5. Really what it's doing is cross multiplying, and then we'll get you to the point of dividing. Hang on to it for a second. Why does cross multiplication work? Obviously, pizza. Here's what I mean. Why is cross multiplication a rule in math? Well, if Miss Martin and I order a pizza, and I get half of it, but Miss Martin's like, Mr. Hudson, you're just going to eat that whole, I'm just going to fold it up like a taco and just eat my half a pizza. Yes. Miss Martin's got a bit more class than I do, and she might decide that she's going to cut hers into slices, but she still has half the pizza, right? Because we're splitting it. If we cut this into these slices, how many slices did Miss Martin get? 4. And each of those slices is an 1/8, because 4/8 equals 1/2. If you want to see that justified with cross multiplication, check out the cross multiplication. 1 times 8. Guys, these are what we call cross products, because we're multiplying, right? Products, multiplying. 1 times 8 will equal 2 times whatever this is. So what does that need to be? It needs to be 4. That is why cross multiplication works. So take a second to get into the activity if you want to. This is in solving proportions.
Please have Grace paving to the Perry office.
I'm happy to go over a couple more.
To the Perry office. Thank you.
Also happy to go over anything else that you guys are struggling with. If you know how to screen capture, you can email me screen captures of problems that you're like, I'm really struggling on this. Or you can just tell me the activity and I'll go into that and look for it. Guys, you can ignore me now if you want, but like if you need help on solving proportions, you might want to look up here and see what we're doing. So in this one, we can identify we're going this direction. To get to P, I need to go left. So up here, I ask myself, how am I multiplying multiply by, though, what do? I don't know if anyone's even working with me. You guys might all be doing your own thing. If we don't know what to multiply by the way, I'm recording, so if you realize, like, oh crap, I should have listened during class, you can go back and get to the recording. Lindy? Yeah, divide backwards. So I divide backwards and I figure out, oh, this is actually 7/8, which is not a terrible number. It'd be 0.875, I think. So then that tells me, okay, down here, 0.875 multiplies by the 9. I think that technique is just as good as any other technique. Honestly, a lot of times better. But if we want to see another example, ooh, I forgot to tell this class, I think, and I didn't know this until like yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago. By the way, I'm trying to make sure I don't show anything I shouldn't show. If you want to mute Khan Academy, right click. I didn't know you could do this. Mute site. If you have music on or whatever and you're just trying to mute the Khan Academy, right click mute site. I did not know that that was a thing. Until, yes, you guys are smarter than me. I know, you're smarter than me. I get it. I'm an old man. I don't know technology. I get it. Because I bet there's at least one other person in this room. Now, that other person might be Miss Martin. But there's at least one other person that benefited from me showing that. All right. I'm going to do another one, but I'm going to do cross multiplication because you might like that technique better. If I cross multiply here, 3 times 5, 15, k times 4, 4k, or I can write k times 4, but writing 4k is better. And you might want to glance up here real quick if you're going to ever cross multiply. Now, to get the k by itself, we need to get rid of what number? The 4. How is that number attached? How do we undo that? Divide. I want you to be red. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. And guys, literally, you could leave your answer, k equals 15 over 4, unless this can be reduced, but I don't know that it can. I don't think 15 and 4 can reduce by anything. So I think that's it. If you want specific help, raise a hand, call me over, or we can even put it up on the screen. But Margot had a hand up first, so I got to go there first. Yeah. That's exactly what we just did there, right? So, everything you're saying is true, valid, and awesome. But I don't want to show hacks to the class that I'm trying to teach. But you're right. What you're saying is right. Well, I want people thinking. Energy points are just like points like to be able to buy a new avatar or whatever, so they're good, but they're not the same as things that level us up. So make sure that you're going to the assignments tab, check the past, see if there's anything there that we need to do. Yeah, guys, I was chatting with a couple people yesterday. I know on the, I think it's 7 question assignments, some of you are getting to 71, and we said we want to get to 75. If you've done it 3 times already, like, leave it at a 71. But if you've only done it once, you really want to try to bump that up to above a 75. Because remember, I can then go in and look at, like, how many times you tried it, how much time you spent on it. So, like, if you've already done it multiple times, it's okay to leave it there. But you really want to try to get above 75. Give me a second. I will come around. I'm just checking to make sure we're all making the right choices. Checking in with Dino real quick. All right. Other requests for me to do on the board. Assignments that are giving you a hard time. Anyone want to tell me like an assignment to pull up and look at the mistakes that have been made? I can't tell if you're stretching or if that's a hand. Okay, what's up? Yeah, but like what assignment? Give me a second to get to that. So you can go do quizzes and tests if you want to, because I'm not going to assign more to like the whole class, but you can go do any quiz or test that you want, and you can level up a lot from doing the quizzes and tests. That would be my advice to you right now. Oh, you can do homework for other classes. Yeah, guys, if you're totally caught up in con, you can work on other classes. You are welcome. So, Lindy, you said writing proportional equations from tables. I think it tells you at the end of the activity if you hit summary. I believe it shows it to you right then. Beyond that, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm in the middle of helping Lindy with the question they asked. All right. If you would like help on writing proportions or proportional equations from tables, that's what we're about to go over. But again, I am recording today. So like you could always go back and access the YouTube. Lulu the Lucky. Actually, I'm going to put this over into Smartboard so I can write on my Smartboard stuff. So give me a second to like take a picture.
Yeah? What?
Is there some sort of inside joke I'm unaware of? All right, this will let me highlight what feels important. Lulu the Lucky puts chests of gems into her treasure vault. I wish I had a treasure vault. Each chest holds the same number of gems. That feels important. The table below shows the number of gems Lulu received from 3 different adventures and the number of chests she needed to hold the gems. Okay, so adventure 1, 600 related to 2 chests. So they're saying there's some relationship there that should hold true for all of them. So write an equation to describe the relationship between G, the number of gems, and C, the number of chests. So I can write this 2 different ways. I can either write gems equals, or I can write chests equals. Guys, you might want to be paying, even if you haven't tried this activity yet, you might want to be paying attention to this. Gems is more than the number of chests, right? So I go to compare gems is something times or added or subtracted or something. But here, since we're talking about proportions, we know it's multiplication division, right? All year we've been talking multiplication division. So gems equals something times the number of chests. Can anyone see the relationship between gems and chests? What is it, Gabe? So if we do a division, what do we get? If we do like 600 divided by 2 or 1500 divided by 5? Yeah, this is showing me there are 300 gems in each chest if we do this division. So that's 300 times the number of chests tells us the number of gems. Now the other way around though, this gets a bit trickier. Right, what are chests equal to? I'm going to change colors a bit. So if I use like the 5 over 15, well, let's do chests compared to gems. Because this, we did gems compared to chests. Right, this was the gems compared to chests got us that. Well, what's 5 over 1500? Oh, wait, that reduces down to 1 over 3. It's the reciprocal. Because all I did was flip my equation around, but remember, we got to have that times G out here. So the number of chests needed is 1/300th times G. Well, this is more complicated. I would have gone with that first one of gems is 300 times chests. Margo?
Yeah, I was going to say, you just do times.
Yeah. So I like to start with my bigger number because it's going to make my math easier. So I can do another one. Like I can pull another one of the ones that we've had trouble on. Especially if you're over in Miss Hassanen's room. I hope you're working on math because I can see some of us aren't. So that's your reminder to refocus on math. Guys, I'll say this differently. If you let yourself fall way behind right now, you're probably like, and you could recover over the next 7 weeks of school, but you might find yourself with work still to do during the summer. If you let yourself slack off right now and don't do the assignments we're supposed to do, you guys know you signed up to come to Phoenix. Things don't really go away. So, we got cost, we got tickets. My advice to you is start with the bigger number, but I'm not even going to use the number. I'm just going to use that like thing. So, C is cost. The cost is something times the number of tickets. I'm going to do capital T just because I don't like my lowercase t's. They look like plus signs. How can I relate the cost to the tickets? Again, divide. So if I do this division, what's 110 divided by 2? Essentially, what does each ticket cost? 55 is not actually that bad for a concert ticket. I'm going to see Ben Folds with the Columbus Symphony Orchestra. Yeah, with Columbus Symphony, because it got canceled when COVID hit. So we got refunded for that one because that was supposed to be my birthday present that year. So yeah, each ticket costs $55. 55 times the number of tickets tells you your total cost. Changing your avatar isn't helping you get assignments done. Other questions? Am I what? I do not know. I think tickets just went on sale, right?
No, you can buy them earlier before they announce who's playing and then they're cheaper.
Oh yeah, that's what they were talking about on the radio. I heard them talking about it. I haven't decided if we're going. I gotta check when. Do you know when it is?
I think it's usually like
June
right
or
after
July?
school starts. I'm pretty sure.
Right after school starts or ends?
Right after school starts.
Oh, so it's in the fall.
Yeah.
Then I probably could go to it.
Oh, you did. So it's on the. It's like the weekend.
Anyone?
It's like
Sorry, I thought I saw
maybe
a
like
hand.
a month. It's maybe like almost a month into school.
So I'm gonna reference that one. So actually, Miss, stay on that screen. I'm gonna take a screenshot of your screen so that I can just do it up here. Because I just realized that with Dino, I can actually like get to exactly what you guys are looking at. So just give me a second. Except I have to find you in. You're on your own device.
Oh, do you want me to email it to you
Do you know how to screenshot?
Yeah.
Can you do it fast? I'm gonna go back and see which assignment. What is that?
So it didn't reduce it.
Miss, which assignment is that? Is it writing proportional equations, proportional word problems? Proportional word problems. I bet I can find that. Got it. You don't need to email it to me, Misk. I got it. All right, Misk is struggling with proportional word problems because they are tricky. So let's do one together. Literally in the middle of doing something, but yes. Sure. So, what we have is kilometers and minutes. Guys, proportions can always use two variables. Or sorry, not, well, you can use two variables, but you can use two labels. You don't have to have labels that agree. So, kilometers and minutes, I can either put minutes on top or kilometers on top. Doesn't matter. I just like to default to bigger number on top. I don't know why. It's just my habit. So 85 minutes over 20 kilometers. Now we include the labels because what that's gonna do is determine what label goes here, what label goes here. So, Miss, since you asked for this one, what is the other number we know? So he is gonna run 52 kilometers. Would that go on top or bottom? I put kilometers on bottom, so we have to keep kilometers on bottom and put 52 right here. Does that make sense so far? We don't know this, although we can figure it out without too much effort. If we don't know how to multiply, if we don't divide, right? If we don't know what to multiply by, divide. So 52 divided by 20, 2.6. I almost beat you. I almost got there first. So that tells us this needs to multiply by 2.6. And again, if you're trying to do math without paper and pencil, you're making things harder. If you're trying to not write this stuff down and not do any, you're making things harder.
Well, Khan Academy does have.
Yeah, you have an iPad that you can draw on or whatever, but most Chromebook people should just get a piece of paper because it's harder to use the Khan Academy drawing tool unless you have an iPad or a tablet that you can draw on. Other requests. Other requests, assignments that are being difficult for you. We should probably check progress in 5-ish minutes. So we got time for another request if anyone's got one. No other requests? Gabe, was that a no or a you do have one?
No, it was no.
You're good? Yeah. Switch out what? I don't know what one you're talking. Oh, sure. Didn't you pick it?
Yeah, and then I realized I don't like this flavor. Yeah, because I reminded you.
Wow, the human brain is an interesting place, isn't it?
Because last time we got lollipops, she had strawberry, and she was like, it tastes like medicine. And I was like, yeah.
I didn't even know Dum Dums had a strawberry flavor, but then again, I just always pick mystery. I like living life on the edge.
I make the mystery they always do. They're so good. In any kind of candy, grape is okay. Grape is okay. Grape in any candy is just yeah. Yeah. Strawberry is what? There's pineapple.
Anyone want any help? Yeah, the paper's actually good back. look like 7th grader handwriting. That's at least better.
Oh yeah, are you talking about the chess?
No, I do not have those graded yet. Those will come back after spring break. Because tomorrow we don't have regular class.
This is not professional.
You're welcome.
That's a lot of energy. That's awesome. What? Oh, Mr. Hudson.
Gravity works. All right, I want to leave plenty of time to check progress because I know you guys did a ton of work in science yesterday. So the progress of the other classes is on the door back there, right? So, I mean, if I go to like 3B, you can see that they're on ring 17 now. But again, that had their science class included. Right, so let's all make a prediction of how far you think we're going to make it. We're in ring 10 now. 14, 13, 15, I hear some people saying. All right, are we ready? If you can't see the screen, I was about to say, if you can't see the screen, now's your chance to come over. There we go. All right, ring 10. Done. Moving on. I bet we closed this one at least. I know a few of you leveled up in like 20 skills yesterday, so that's a couple rings just on its own. Well, that means if you do like one more thing, you'll bump up to the next ring. Ring 11! Alright, keeping on going. Ring 12.
I can't stand the pressure!
I forget if I used this song yesterday or not. 95, 100. Ring 12 is done. There's Sal. Sal's excited for us. The guy who made Khan Academy. All right, ring 13. Here we go. Did we talk yesterday about what this is from? It's from the A team. Ring 13 is done. All right, ring 14. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Then we got 5 more minutes to check progress. Might take us the whole time.
15,
70, 80, 90, 100. All right, into ring 15. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I don't think we listened to this song yesterday. All right, ring 16. Here we go. Oh, I think you'll probably make this one. You know this song? So we need strobe lights. Woo! Ring 16. I think you guys might make it to ring 20, but I'm an optimist. All right, great. Keep going. This feels like perfect music to watch the counter going up. And that one's done. All right, ring 18. Here we go, ring 18. I think that's it. All right. Oh, that's it. Hey, you got 5 more minutes. See what you can get done in the next 5 minutes. That's like, I can click it again, but it's just what people are finishing like right this moment. It's like literally as people finish in this moment.
Yeah, can you do that?
It keeps, now we're totally done. It is totally caught up. So if I click it, it does nothing.
Do it on the last minute.
Maybe, well, somebody just submitted something else apparently. I don't know what just happened. All right, we'll check again in 5 minutes. Should I leave the intense music on? Is this good music for doing math? I want to like record Raphael like, we must work fast. Yeah, it's alright. I can make fun of myself. It's true. It's true. Get paper. Because I thought I did a pretty good job training you to get math paper or graph paper if you're going to do math. I love the music video for this. It's Thursday, so what I'm handing back now is normally like people who had things missing that then turned it in. Is it because you've already clicked the hint? Because as soon as you click the hint, it grays it out. Yeah, I don't know because the only thing in my head is like if you already used the hint, it's not going to give you the credit. So yeah, I mean it's right now. So I would say just try to get the other 3 correct. If you want to say you're going to help you with it, I can. Actually, we probably need to check progress because it's 54 and we got to get out of here in a minute. You're always welcome to come work with me. I'm not assigning any other con this week. Yep. Hey, to say it out loud again, I am not assigning any other new con this week. You have it all assigned to you. It's all there. Check the past list, check the current list.
Also, how do we sign up for like doc day, or do we not have to?
You're going to do the survey in social studies.
Okay.
Yeah, Miss Pettigrew's class. All right, you guys think we'll close ring 18? All right, here we go. Oh, I don't know if we all got things submitted or not. We got to actually submit it. We got to actually level up. I think that's it. All right, so ring 18 is where we're at. Hey. No new progress. All right, pack it up. Head on out, guys.